Hello and welcome back. Today I've got two inks to show you. These are both calligraphy inks and they are called walnut. This one is a shimmering pink walnut ink. Well, it's walnut ink with the pink shimmer. And this is another walnut ink, but this is a gold shimmer. These are handmade inks. And I will leave links down below to where I got these. And I just picked out these two. They had other shimmer colors besides gold and pink. I chose the gold because I thought it would complement the brown the most, and chose the pink because I felt, depending on how the brown of the walnut looked, the pink might either give it a really nice contrast or it might give it a really nice complement. So I just wanted to try the pink. It seemed a little bit like it could go either way, and I was curious. So obviously these have shimmers, so I'm going to shake them up real good. And do not put this in a fountain pen. It'll ruin the fountain pen. You use these little dip pens like this. This is a Hunt. That's what this is called. There's a whole bunch of different kinds you can get, and these nibs are very inexpensive. They're like a couple dollars. So these are good because if you damage them, you're only out a couple dollars instead of, ruining an entire fountain pen. You can also sometimes use these with glass dip pens, so we'll try that as well. All right, let's get this off of here. Okay. Now I got that all over my hands. Okay, now let's see. We're just going to dip this in. And the problem is I had to shake this up, of course, and sometimes by doing that, it causes bubbles, which makes it hard to get the ink, but we'll see. So I do not do calligraphy yet. I need to work on my handwriting, but I do like to play around with the pens and the nibs and kind of become familiar with it in that way. Let me just move that out of the way. So what I like about this pen is it makes very, very fine upstrokes, and then when you do the downstroke, if you put a little bit of pressure, you get a wider line, a broader line. So I love the flex nibs, and I think if I ever got a fancy fountain pen, it could just pick out my favorite whatever, it would probably be something with another flex nib like this. But I don't know if you can get this dramatic of a variation in a fountain pen or not. I don't know. I'm still new to fountain pens, so I don't know enough about them, but this flex nib dip pen is very, very nice. So I'm not seeing the shimmers a whole lot yet. Now, usually the inks have to dry for the shimmers to really show up, at least for me. But I'm also having trouble getting this all the way down in there. I'm trying to decide. And they gave me a weird, dropper instead of a normal insert. I'm going to use my finger on the end and hope for the best. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Okay. All right, I'll set that aside. And then try getting some ink again. There we go. I'll do a few more of these little swirlies. And we'll see if we can get that shimmer and see how that one looks. So this was the pink. So that's the pink shimmer. And while that is drying, let's try the gold. Put that on there. And of course you gotta wash that off. Okay. And then here's the gold one. So we just gotta get those gold shimmers to mix in. I'm trying not to create too many air bubbles here. Oh, there we go. Okay, this one has one of those weird caps also. All right. We'll go ahead and write the name. So this is going to be the gold, and I'll put a line here so I can remember where I left off. Whoops. Yeah, a little bit more. All right. This is really pretty. That pink is drawing up really nicely. And you're starting to see the pink shimmer show on this one up here. There we go. I have to be careful not to, I'm so used to with the glass pens, I can just drop them in here, and I can't do that with this tiny little nib. I'll probably destroy it. I have to be more careful. All right, I'm going to put a cap on this. Now I can already see the gold one is drying, and the gold shimmer is just taking over that ink. Do you see that? Like, see, this is the brown here from the walnut ink. And here is the gold shimmer, how it just completely is taking over as it dries. Let's see if we can get that to, hopefully that's in focus, but yeah, you could just see it completely taking over. On the pink, it's not as dramatic, I don't think. You can see it there. And what I like about the pink is, I'll turn it this way so you can see both of them. What I like about the pink is that it is subtle, and it's a color that it doesn't really go well with the brown the way the gold does. Like the gold is almost like an extension of the brown. But the pink, it doesn't fit. And because of that, instead of seeing, like here, the brown almost looks like a shadow of the gold. Well, on this, it looks like two different, like opposing colors. And I really like that. It makes the pink, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but I have to think about this, but basically it's almost like it's almost like you're drawing with two different colors entirely. Like if you have a piece of ribbon and it's one color on one side and another color on the other side, and you like twist it around and you get to see the two different colors. Because through here on these like on the thin lines, it's still brown, but then here where it lays down more ink, you can see the pink. And it's just really interesting to me, the two like opposing colors. So I'm glad I got that pink, because I couldn't find any helpful swatches to show me what that would look like, and I really like the way that that looks. And then this gold is beautiful. So, and just like how I was hoping, it's like in the opposite way that the gold is pretty, the pink is pretty as well. So I hope that makes sense. But if you like this ink, I'll go ahead and leave a link for it down below, and you can get some. And just remember, do not put it in your fountain pens. Do not put it in fountain pens. But you can use it with dip pens and glass pens and things like that. So, yep, if you want to see any other inks, if there's anything else you'd like to see me test out, just leave a comment down below. If I have it or if I can get it, I'll get it and we can test it. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.